All right, guys, sorry about that. I thought I had deleted all the videos off of this memory card. I did not, and then the cut off, as McLovein was talking about, he's Steven Jackson not being the same Steven Jackson. So, go right into it.
Yeah, Steven Jackson will not be the same Steven Jackson. He used to play for the Rams and was an all-pro, all everything, dominant back, but he still has, room left in the tank, and like I said, Belichick wouldn't sign him if he wasn't ready to go, so still serviceable, and let's see what he can do. I'm excited to watch him play.
Okay. Anything else about Steven Jackson?
Yeah, he's got nice looking dreads.
Yeah, he's pretty sexy, isn't he?
Well, Mandingo.
Yeah, that's what happens. That's what happens now. What's happening now?
Yes.
Is I'm trying to stall for time, see?
Oh.
Because the fucking shit won't work. All of a sudden, all the fucking news is out of the fucking deal. What the fuck is going on with my life today?
And he just needs to relax.
Yeah, I need to relax because I'm negative. Well, dude, the news is gone. Where I was does not exist anymore.
Okay.
Do I not have internet all of a sudden? Like, what is going on here?
Let's talk quickly about the NFC, okay? The way the NFC is shaking down right now, Carolina is most likely going to be the 1 seed. Arizona is going to be the 2 seed. Green Bay is going to be the 3 seed. And the 4 seed is going to come down to, if Washington wins this week at Philly, Washington's in. Now, if Washington loses to Philly, then Philly has to defeat the Giants. So the last week. Now, if Washington loses and Philly wins, that Giants-Eagles game will determine the NFC East winner. So probably be under 500. Now, the 5 and the 6. 5 right now is probably going to be. I think it's going to be Minnesota if they're true to form, and then the 6th seed, which is going to be a dangerous team to play, is Seattle. No one wants to play them. I think Seattle was a 6th seed. Will play the NFC East winner. The 6 versus or no, it's 4 against the
4 versus 5, 3 versus 6.
So the 3 seed, what did I just say? The 3 seed is Green Bay. Green Bay would play. It all depends on who finishes out 5 and 6. But bottom line, I think Seattle is a tough team that no one wants to play. I think Carolina is vulnerable. If they run the season 16-0, I think they'll lose a playoff game. I don't think they're going to the Super Bowl. I don't think the NFC East team will go to the Super Bowl. Green Bay is not the same Green Bay. My pick, and I said this a while ago, is I think Arizona is going to be in the Super Bowl because they have the combination of Carson Palmer with probably the best receiving core left in the NFL that has a playoff chance, and really good defense with a lockdown corner, and Calais Campbell is just playing out of his mind on the defensive line. Freeney's coming. Freeney's got the Fountain of Youth. So I'm picking Arizona to come out of the NFC to face New England. Now the AFC is pretty much going to draw down to this: if the Patriots win against the Jets, they're the 1 seed. Now, if the Patriots lose to the Jets but then beat the Dolphins, they're still the 1 seed. Okay? So what this means is that they'll own tiebreaker against Cincinnati. Denver is 2 games back, Andy.
Yep.
I just wanted to reiterate that because you told me on Monday that they were 1 game back, but I said, no, you're wrong, and you said, no, you're wrong. So I went back and looked it up, and then I texted him with no response. So that means I was right. So bottom line, the Patriots, unless they fall apart and lose the next 2 games, will be the 1 seed. 2 seed, it will be Cincinnati. The 3 seed will probably be Denver, Kansas City. If Denver loses the next 2 games and Kansas City wins out, Kansas City will win that division. I think Denver will be the 3 seed, the 4 seed. Obviously, the lonely Houston Texans or whoever wins that garbage division. 5 seed, we're looking at
Kansas City right now.
Kansas City, and then the 6 seed Pittsburgh.
Yep.
Another team, another 6 seed that nobody wants to play.
Yep.
I think it's going to come down to Pittsburgh and New England. Now, if they have to play each other in the second round, I think it's going to be New England and I don't even know. Not Denver, Cincinnati. I don't know. Maybe.
Well, whoever play. All right, so let's assume this. Let's assume the season ends today.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, who's the 4 seed? Kansas City.
Houston.
So Houston would host Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh would annihilate them.
Yes.
Okay. So we would face Pittsburgh. We're the number 1 seed.
Well, no, they So, Pittsburgh. If Pittsburgh wins,
we'd face Pittsburgh at home.
Correct.
So that matchup scares the shit out of me.
Me too.
Okay. So the deal is Pittsburgh is facing New England. Let's just put it out there. It's going to happen.
Second round.
In the second round.
Not the AFC Championship.
I get it. I'd rather it be in the AFC Championship. But anyway.
I would rather be in the second round than the AFC Championship.
Well, because the AFC Championship would be a cakewalk.
Correct.
Exactly. Okay. So let's assume Denver. It's going to be Denver and New England. If we can get past Pittsburgh, Denver and New England in the AFC Championship, Patriots win that game.
I think Kansas City's a better team than Denver.
You think Kansas City will beat Denver?
Yeah.
All right, well, let's go back into this news. For some reason, the website won't cooperate, so we're going to skip about 1 million news articles. I know you're happy about that. Let's just go right into this. Bucs defensive tackle McCoy playing with torn rotator cuff. Buccaneers defensive tackle Gerald McCoy has been playing with a torn rotator cuff that he suffered in Week 2.
Tough bastard. Those things hurt like hell. Good for him. And, if it happened Week 2, meant that he's a true man. He's a true football player. He doesn't have to say a word. He's not complaining. And now it's, 14 weeks later, almost, 3.5 months, and he hadn't said a word about a torn rotator cuff. That's balls to the wall.
Lions, you're going to appreciate this as a gambler. You read about this? Listen to this. Lions Monday Night Football upset completes epic long shot parlay. Okay? Talia Polia will be paid out for one of the biggest long shots in gambling history Wednesday after she hit on a 20,000 to 1 NFL parlay with a winning ticket of $100,005.
What was the parlay?
Read the article.
Yeah.
All right, I'll tell you what's going to happen.
It could have been La-di-da City.
She's paying $100,000. So one of the biggest long shots in betting history will be cashed on Wednesday afternoon when Talia Polia gets paid $100,005 for her $5 15-leg NFL parlay that came through this week. The 26-year-old Polia, who moved to Las Vegas 2 months ago, got 20,000 to 1 odds in the parlay card on betting firm William Hill's mobile site. She cashed in by being on the right side of the point spread in 14 games and correctly picking the over in the Steelers-Broncos game. The against all odds story gets better. Polia said this is only the second bet she has placed in her life. Quote, on Sunday morning, my boyfriend and I were sitting on the couch talking about how spreads work, Polia said. He was frustrated since I wasn't getting it right away. An hour later, Polia, with $20 in her account, risked $5 on the parlay. Even though she was getting higher odds for picking against the spread, she said she spent time just picking who she thought was going to win the game instead. I remember that I picked the Giants and they lost, Polia said, so I thought it was strange when I looked at it Tuesday morning and saw that I won. Polia then called up William Hill, and the person on the other line informed her that she was picking against the spread. The Panthers beat the Giants by 3. Polia had the Giants as a 5-point underdog. Polia said upon hearing the news, she fell to the floor of the law firm where she works in disbelief, and minutes later said she was going out to lunch. I somehow drove back home to tell my boyfriend in person, Polia said. Of course he didn't believe me, and the rest goes on and on.
Good for her. Hey, hey. It's just like the NCAA tournament. When these broads fill out the brackets, they're just putting names down. And like me and my dad, we were up until all hours of the night picking, Ohio State against, Southern Miss,
or winning University.
Yeah. And we're like, I don't know, there's always an 8-9 upset, there's always a 7-10, but then the broads sit down, my sisters, boom, boom, boom. I know my older sister, Megan, she was 8 years old and she won the pool when Kansas won the national championship in like 88. And she had no idea what she was doing. But she just was picking out teams, Oh, I like this team. I like this team's uniforms. Oh, I like that head coach. He's cute. He's handsome. Oh, what, and my dad and I were there. We come in last place because we're overthinking everything. So obviously, it didn't mean much to her. She put $5 down, and God bless. That's all I can say is, hey.
And she only had $20 in her checking account. She was broke, see? Broke, I tells you.
Hey, bottom line, you can't win if you don't play.
Yep. It's New York State Lottery motto. All right, here we go. Source: Saints quarterback Breeze has torn plantar fascia. Drew Brees has a torn plantar fascia in his right foot, but he hopes to play in the Saints' final 2 regular season games, the source told ESPN's Ed Werder. Side note, Ed Werder is 8 million years old.
Yes, he is. Couple things. Now, this plantar fasciitis, we talked about it because that's what Peyton has, and he's been out for
40 years.
Yeah, because I think he's got more, his neck and his shoulder, and I think it's not just the foot, it's many more than that. But still, I've had this, we've been over this. This is the most painful thing you'll ever experience in your life.
Worse than a kidney stone.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Worse than childbirth.
I don't know what that's like.
Ask Winnie.
Winnie, what's childbirth like?
She looked right at you. That's awesome. We got it on camera. Tell your mom to watch that part.
She'll watch. We'll watch tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Hi, Mom and Dad. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Plantar fasciitis is painful. Just the fact that he finished the second half and went nuts is God bless. If he wants to play the final 2 games, he's a gamer.
A video gamer.
He's a football player. That's a football player that plays with a rotator cuff that's been torn for 3.5 months. That's a guy, this Breeze. As much as I don't like him, and I just don't like anything about him. I think he's a fake. He's a phony. But
big phony. See.
But if he can play, God bless him. God bless him. That's all I can say.
You looked at Winnie and she looked right at you. And she looked at you like she was about to have a conversation with you.
That's what I was just saying before. I wish dogs could talk.
All right, here we go. This is a pretty cool story. Jets signed wide receiver who held sign looking for work. Now, I don't know if you know about this.
No.
A couple of weeks ago, maybe a couple of months ago, there was this guy, and he wasn't homeless or anything, but he held up a sign outside the Texans stadium. We'll work for food or something like that. I'm hungry for the chance and all that sort of shit on this thing. Well, he sat out there, nobody gave him, nothing happened. Well, the Jets just signed him. All right, so listen to this story. Joe Anderson was signed to the Jets practice squad Tuesday, about 6 weeks after he stood outside the Texans stadium for a few days with a sign asking for an NFL job.
I've seen this happen. We had a guy out in Santa Clara for about 2 weeks that was out there every single day running, just because the way it was like the Niners had their property, but once you stepped over the sidewalk, it was Santa Clara public property, so you could sit out there if you wanted to.
And just have a nice cool lemonade in the summer breeze.
Cool lemonade. He would run routes like with a fake football and a fake quarterback. He would run sprints and he'd hold up that sign, just give me a chance, give me a chance, give me a chance. The news started showing up. So we were in a spot where we had to give this guy a chance just to see him play. And then say we're not going to sign you, so everyone just goes away. You know what I'm saying?
Was he good?
No.
Oh, okay.
He was terrible. He was terrible. So we gave him a chance. He got his 5 minutes of glory, and everyone came out on the field to watch. Probably more than when we bring in like a Takeo Spikes or like a well-known linebacker. The most people showed up for this workout than any other, just to see what this guy was all about. Yeah. And he was terrible. He had dropping everything. Dropping everything. Yeah. But you got to give you got to give him credit for the love of the game. Some people are just not blessed with talent, and he was one of those guys that loved the game of football, but just you couldn't play, and I'd love to see him padded up and go out on the field and look like an idiot. But, it's a waste of money. But go ahead. That's good for the Jets. Good for them.
Bills Ryan defends open locker room policy. Rex Ryan defended his, quote, open locker room policy in which players are allowed to speak their minds in the wake of mounting criticism about his defensive scheme.
This is an ongoing issue from week one. Like I said a couple minutes ago, It's funny that he has an open door policy, but no one wants to talk to him face to face. They just want to talk via the media, which is asinine. Which doesn't solve anything. The media loves it because they're getting gossip from the head coach and then Bottom line is
this is gossip.
This is a bottom line. This is a bottom line. Bottom line is that if you win football games, no one's talking about this stuff. That's it. Win on Sunday, get into the playoffs, and all this stuff is just it's
irrelevant.
Irrelevant. It's horseshit. Who gives a crap if there's an open door policy in Rex Ryan's? They're 6-8. You are what your record is, whether it's a closed door policy or a screw you policy or
have a fucking menage a trois in the bathroom.
Yeah,
policy.
with Rex's wife or something like that. That could be I don't know. Bottom line, Rex, shut your mouth. You're 6-8. You failed again as a head coach. If the defense doesn't like it, then leave the team. Just quit.
Unbeaten Panthers placed 10 on Pro Bowl roster. By the way, the Pats at 7 again. The unbeaten Carolina Panthers had a league best 10 players named to this year's Pro Bowl, including Cam Newton and first-timer Josh Norman.
Okay. Does it say the other?
Yeah. You really want me to tell you who was on the team?
I'll tell you. No.
All right. I'll tell you if you want. Yeah, I'll tell you because I know you're gonna.
Can I guess?
Sure.
Jonathan Stewart.
All right, hold on now. Yep.
The middle linebacker. Yeah, I went to BC. Kuechly.
Yep.
So that's 4. The fullback. What's his name? Tolbert.
Yep.
Yeah, that's 5.
Yep.
Thomas Davis.
Not that I can see.
Thomas
Davis. Yep, he's there. Yep.
Khalil, the offensive lineman.
Yeah.
That's
7.
That's 7. Let's see. The other DB that they got. The other defensive lineman. Who's that defensive lineman they got? It's got a beast. It must be another offensive lineman. And what are the initials on the 3 more?
G.O.
Greg Olson.
Yep, that's a tight end. There's 2 left.
Shit.
T.T.
Trey Thomas?
Close. Trey Turner.
Okay.
And then the last one is K.S.
K.S. Oh, the Kelvin?
No.
Kevin?
No.
Kyle?
No.
What is it?
Kawan Short.
Okay, good. I'm not worried about that because I didn't know that.
All right, so you got 8 out of 9. Pretty good. All right, now, ready?
Yeah.
Chiefs linebacker Hali day-to-day with broken thumb. Chiefs linebacker Tamba Hali suffered a broken thumb Sunday and is day-to-day after having surgery on Tuesday in which 3 screws were implanted in the thumb.
This Tamba Hali, I did extensive evaluation on him at the draft when he was at Penn State. This guy's a gamer. I've seen him play in person. Kansas City kicked our ass 3 times, and this guy was all over the quarterback like flies on shit. He is a dominant defensive end and is probably the most underrated defensive end in the past 10 years in the NFL. This guy has 12 sacks every single year. He's the leader of that defense. I love watching him play. He's humble. I think I forget where he's from.
Kukakanga.
Yeah, somewhere like that. But he's a good guy. He's a good defensive player, and he's got 3 screws in his hand now. I don't think that's really going to stop him.
Well, you know what's not going to stop? Steelers Wallace fined $23,000 for late helmet hit. Steelers center Cody Wallace won't be suspended for hit on safety David Bruton Jr.
I know Cody Wallace, Texas A&M. We drafted him in San Francisco. Nice guy. When I heard about this, I was like, "You got to be kidding me, Cody Wallace!" Like this guy was like he was soft. He was soft as the Atlanta Falcons. I mean, that's how soft he was. He was soft as Winnie's little head over here.
But she's a dog.
Yeah,
she's not a thrilled dog. You look at her eyes.
Winnie.
He's like, stop talking about me.
Winnie, what do you think about Cody Wallace?
She wants to lick you.
Cody Wallace, he must have been upset about something. That's all I can say.
Woof.
Yeah, too bad.
All right, here's another thing that's too bad. Minnesota Vikings Peterson texted support to Beckham Jr. Adrian Peterson reached out to Odell Beckham Jr. to give the receiver support in the wake of his one-game suspension.
That's like O.J. Simpson reaching out to Rodney King. Okay, it's two animals. Okay, anything that Adrian Peterson has to say Adrian Peterson should never. I mean, what he did to his kid, and then to still be in the NFL, and you can't support anything that Beckham did. They're both punks. They're both lucky to be able to play football, because if not, they'd be dead or in jail or dealing drugs, or maybe being a pimp. You know, it's you know, I don't know how to categorize this one other than stupid.
Raiders put rookie defensive end Edwards on injured reserve. Raiders rookie defensive end Mario Edwards has been placed on injured reserve with a, quote, significant neck injury. Oakland coach Jack Del Rio announced Wednesday. John Lutatelli will take his place. Lutatelli.
I don't know, the second guy. The first guy is a good player. He's going to be great in this league. Can get to the quarterback, and has many, he can bull rush you, he can swim move you, he can straight edge rush you. Anytime you mess around with the neck, it's not good. So I hope he gets better.
Manziel doesn't hold grudge, wants Patton back. Johnny Manziel,
that's such a bunch of horse shit.
That's
such horse shit.
Johnny Manziel, who took responsibility for the actions that led to his demotion, said Wednesday that he holds no grudges against Mike Patton and hopes the Browns coach and staff return. Are you calling bullshit?
Oh, yeah. Well, if you look at it the other way, Patton is like one of those parents who just lets their child get away with everything. And then eventually is like, okay, is my grounding over? Yeah, you're all set. You can go over to Susie's house or whatever.
Susie pees a lot.
Yeah. He's full of shit. He wants that whole organization torn down, whether he says it or not. It's just like one of those things. There's still 2 games left to play. He's still the head coach,
and she's still a dog.
And he's an idiot, but he's not dumb enough to bash his head coach with 2 games left to play when he's actually getting time.
That makes sense.
It's dog shit.
Here's another thing that makes sense. Sony offering free concussion tickets to NFL players.
What?
Yep. Sony Pictures says it is offering free admission to concussion for NFL players and a guest when they show their NFLPA membership card. The movie that Will Smith's coming out this Christmas.
Shit, I think I still might have my card.
You were part of the NFLPA?
No, I was part of the some association.
Yeah, well, it says NFLPA, so you got to be a
probably
player.
not.
No, well, you could try.
I might flash some. With the guys that work at the movie theater that me and my dad go in South Kingston, Rhode Island, they're like 12. So if I really got on top of them,
you could say you were a quarterback for a year, you still have the card.
Yeah.
You were drafted fucking 10 years ago and you didn't make it.
I wouldn't do that, I wouldn't do that anyway, but I don't think many players are going to go see this thing, because it's like
I think one of those players are. And here's why I didn't read this news article, because it was like whatever. Steelers' Antonio Brown took kids to go see the movie.
Okay.
So I think a lot of people are going to go see this.
Was that like one of his foundations or something
like
that?
No, I really didn't go into it. You want me to go look?
No.
All right. You sure about this one? I'll go look.
Well, this is what I think.
I completely read it off your face. Here we go. Let me just read this.
This is the bottom line.
Steelers Brown takes high school team to concussion.
Okay.
Steelers wide receiver Antonio Brown brought the Clarendon, Pennsylvania high school football team to a screening of the new concussion movie.
Okay.
So there you go.
So they're going to stop playing football now?
Apparently they're going to go and play fucking patty cake, Baker's Man.
Bake me a cake as fast as you can.
Roll it.
Roll it.
Pat it. Mark it with a B.
Mark it with a B. Put it in the oven for Winnie and me.
Broncos to stick with Osweiler against Bengals. Did you have anything else about that?
No.
Concussion, yeah, it was irrelevant. The Broncos will start Brock Osweiler against the Bengals on Monday night. Gary Kubiak announced Wednesday. Man, it's going to be a good game Monday night. I'm actually finally.
Yeah, and Sunday night should be a good game. I wish they had flexed, the Patriots and the Jets.
Yeah. Because the Jets are out of play. I get it, but I wish they would have flexed the Steelers Broncos game.
If the Jets went out, and Denver loses out,
Denver's out of the playoffs.
Jets are in the playoffs.
The playoffs?
It means a lot.
Playoffs?
It means a lot.
We got to win a game first. Playoffs?
Playoffs.
All right, Forte on Bears return. Not much to hope for. Bears running back Matt Forte, who has played his entire 8-year career in Chicago, wants to return next season, but is pessimistic. He's negative about re-signing when his contract expires.
Yeah, they probably owe him a bunch of... His cap number must be off the chain. And they have this guy Langford, so... Langford's is a top notch. He's definitely gone, and he knows it. And there'll be 31 teams looking to pick him up.
Like the Pats.
That would be it wouldn't. I don't think they would because they have Deion Lewis coming back.
Well, from injury, but I would. Well, who knows?
The Patriots are not in the business of investing in guys that have been in the league
for 1,000 years.
And running backs, and then paying him a contract.
That's true. But you know what else is true? This article. Redskins commend RG3 for how he has handled this situation. Robert Griffin III is no longer the quarterback of the future in Washington, but he's quietly gone about his business and hasn't rocked the boat. Which is kind of true. We haven't heard nothing. Unless they're really good at keeping shit in the house. But
no.
In my opinion, what is he making? $50 million just to do nothing?
Yes.
I wouldn't give a fuck either.
That's what I was just gonna say.
Yeah. All right. Well, what do you have to say about this one? Eagles defensive end Fletcher Cox guaranteeing victory in Guaranteeing victory in NFC East. Philadelphia needs to win its final 2 games in order to win its division. Defensive end Fletcher Cox has already promised to win over the Redskins.
Well, I've talked about guarantees before. They don't mean anything. Once that kickoff goes in the air on Saturday night, it doesn't mean anything. I mean, I can guarantee you, like I said, I'm going to do something later. Whether or not I do it or not is irrelevant. It doesn't matter. Guarantees are just stupid. There's no advantage to come out and saying we're going to guarantee. All it is going to give bulletin board material to the team that. In the next 2 teams that you play, it's stupid, it's asinine, and coming from a Philadelphia team that is absolutely terrible. They are a terrible football team. They got against Arizona. It was like a video. The Philly is garbage. They don't know who the running back is. Everyone's sulking. Their quarterback's a big girl. They got Sanchez as their backup. Their best receiver is Jordan Matthews. Their defense sucks. Philly just sucks. It sucks. This guy's got no right, unless he was kidding, that they're going to guarantee the win.
Well, you know who else isn't? You know what else isn't kidding?
What's that?
Norman on Roddy White. Now,
he's taking shots at Roddy White.
Well, listen to this. Roddy White took shots at Norman, saying he's not even a fucking real cornerback. He's not even the best in the league. Blah blah blah. Well, I was going to read that article until it disappeared. Okay, for some reason this shit won't load. But to follow up, Norman says Roddy White is the Falcons' quote 5th receiver. Panthers cornerback Josh Norman isn't impressed by Roddy White this season, calling him the Falcons' 5th receiver.
Well, he's true on that fact. Roddy White, this guy hasn't said anything, not one word in about 14 years to anybody. And he comes out week 16 and flies off the handle. Now, Newman is, talent-wise, he's a top-notch, top
Norman,
2.
Yeah.
Norman, what did I say, Newman?
Yeah, Newman.
Whatever his name is.
Newman.
Top 3 in the league, and he's played well, and he deserves it. He's knocking down everything. I still think Butler has had a better year.
Yeah.
And the only guy that had a better year than both those guys is Patrick Peterson with Arizona.
Peterson!
Now, Roddy White, I love the guy.
You actually love
harmless. Well, he's a guy that could play for my team any day of the week. Right. Tough bastard, sticks in there.
Well, that's bastard.
But
brother's a whore.
Yeah, he is the 5th receiver.
It's basically what you said. His mother's a whore. All right, Ravens rookie Carl Davis gets stuck with $11,561 dinner bill. Paying his dues put a sizable dent in the wallet of the defensive lineman, who spent about half of one game's salary on a recent meal for teammates.
This happens throughout the league. It's a tradition.
What happens if somebody couldn't pay it?
Then someone else would, or then they make them pay him back. This usually happens when the rookies sign their signing bonus, and they have to go out and buy lobster and everyone, for the entire offensive line or defensive line, and everyone just racks up shit they don't even eat just so the guy can pay more. You see it from both ways. He's going to be doing it to some guy down the road. Just like you always hear, it happened to me, now I can do it to you, and it's just...
All right.
Whatever.
We got good news.
I could have just gone to Friendless.
You ready? You could have. Could have gone to the ground round with the popcorn in the Betty Boop movies. All right. Rams wide receiver Bailey out of hospital.
Oh, thank God. My prayers have come true.
Rams receiver Stedman Bailey, who was shot twice in the head while in the Miami area on November 24th, was released from the hospital and is spending the holidays at home with his family.
So
in a big erection.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Now, did they credit him with his 4-game suspension while he was in the hospital?
Right. Yeah.
That's the question.
Well, I don't think he was playing anyway.
Oh, I'm just saying that while he was suspended, he got shot in the head twice, and now we're all supposed to feel bad for him and like, oh my God, Usually, the normal people that I know, can sit in the car and drive and walk down the sidewalk with, everything's going well. I don't know many people, and this is probably why I've never been in a situation where, I've been with someone and they've been shot in the head twice. So either you're hanging out with the wrong people, you're in a bad area, you're where you shouldn't be, or you said something that shouldn't have been said. Either way, people just don't go around shooting people in the head like that.
Especially twice.
Twice. Yeah, they said, I'm going to shoot in your head. Usually one time he missed once or shot him once. He didn't go down. He popped right back up. And then he shot him again twice. And then now he's in the hospital and everyone's, I can see it just, closing my eyes. Everyone's rolling him out of the wheelchair. And it's like a ghetto, the ghetto holiday. Everyone's like, there he is, Stedman Bailey.
Ghetto holiday.
Yo, those are my boys right there. We're going to get that guy for you.
Speaking of boys, Coughlin defends Beckham. He was provoked. Giants coach Sean Coughlin defended Odell Beckham Jr., saying his receiver wasn't the only player in the wrong and that he was provoked during Sunday's game against Carolina.
Well, it's true. He was provoked, but Coughlin's smart enough to know that was their game plan going in. And they executed their game plan. They got Odell Beckham out of his... which they got what they wanted. He should have been thrown out of the game. Was he provoked? Yes. Does he still have to act like an animal? No. Coughlin, I guess he's right, but Coughlin also needs to step back and take a look and say, look, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? The guys, could have broken this guy's jaw or concussed him, or done something worse to him, or the guy could have lost his life, or been in the hospital, or something like that. Even though that the guy on the other end of it was probably deserving of what he got, but still, it Beckham's an animal.
All right, it's your favorite time, transaction time. Ah, yeah, transactions. Okay, all right, you ready? Ah, yeah. All right, here we go.
Let's go.
All right. Titans, don't fall asleep now. It's transaction time. All right, because all of a sudden you're going to be magically awake for the fucking scoreboard time. Yeah. So here we go. Ready? Titans, place linebacker Derek Morgan on injured reserve. Claim wide receiver Demarius Johnson off waivers from New England.
No.
Seahawks, sign defensive tackle Justin Hamilton to the practice squad.
No.
Chargers, waive quarterback Brad Sorensen. Claimed offensive lineman Jeff Linkenbach off waivers from Miami.
No.
Giants, signed defensive tackle Barry Cofield.
Yeah, we went over this last week.
Barry Cofield?
Yeah, Barry Cofield. They signed him. He was a nose defensive tackle from Northwestern who was on, I think, both Super Bowl winning teams.
For the Giants?
Yes.
All right. Saints, place cornerback Damian Swan and running back Marcus Murphy on injured reserve. Signed defensive back Tony Carter and running back Kendall Hunter.
No.
I'm not done yet. Signed running back Tobin Operum from the practice squad. Signed wide receiver Shane Wynn to the practice squad.
No.
Patriots claimed wide receiver Leonard Hankerson off waivers from Atlanta and offensive tackle Adrian Waddle from Detroit.
Great pickup. Hankerson's a player.
All right, Colts. Wave linebacker Daniel Adongo. Signed cornerback Tay Glover Wright from the practice squad.
No.
Ravens. Signed guard Eric Herman to the practice squad.
No.
All right, Friday the 18th. Seahawks. Signed wide receiver B.J. Daniels and cornerback Stanley Jean-Baptiste to the practice squad.
No.
Raiders. Signed linebacker Josh Shirley to the practice squad.
No.
Jets. Placed wide receiver Devin Smith on injured reserve. Signed linebacker Tywan Jones from the practice squad.
Devin Smith's going to be a star in this league. He's only a rookie. He didn't really get many snaps, but he's going to be good.
Dolphins. Signed running back Trey Williams and defensive end Julius Wormsley to the practice squad.
No.
Jaguars. Released running back Jawan Edwards from the practice squad. Signed wide receiver Rashad Lawrence to the practice squad.
No.
Colts. Signed defensive tackle Kelsey Quarles to the practice squad.
No.
Falcons. Placed center James Stone on injured reserve. Signed linebacker Tyler Starr from the practice squad.
No.
Saturday the 19th. Tampa Bay. Wave linebacker Ori Lemon.
No.
Raiders. Place offensive tackle Austin Howard on injured reserve. Signed safety Tevin McDonald from the practice squad.
There's Tevin McDonald again. He's bounced around all year. No.
Patriots. Released linebacker Eric Martin. Signed running back Joey Iosifa from the practice squad.
No.
Who anyway, he had 50 yards rushing in that game against the Titans. But do you think he's garbage still?
Yes.
Okay. Vikings placed defensive end Scott Christian on injured reserve. Signed defensive end Zach Moore from the practice squad.
No.
Dolphins waived defensive tackle C.J. Mosley.
No.
Cowboys signed cornerback Terrence Mitchell from the practice squad.
No.
Sunday the 20th. San Diego released guard Craig Watts from the practice squad. Signed quarterback Brad Sorensen to the practice squad.
No.
Monday the 21st. Redskins placed wide receiver Andre Roberts on injured reserve. Signed wide receiver Colin Lockett to the practice squad. Placed tight end Ray Hamilton on the practice squad injured list.
No.
Raiders safety Charles Woodson announced his retirement effective at the end of the season.
Hey, he's all first ballot Hall of Famer.
Colts placed wide receiver Griff Whalen and defensive tackle Billy Wynn on injured reserve. Rave running back Zerlin Tipton. Signed defensive end Earl O'Kine and defensive tackle Kelsey Quarles from the practice squad. And running back Trey Williams from Miami's practice squad.
Griff Whalen, most notable for being involved in that that play, the Indianapolis against New England, with they moved all the offensive linemen over to one side, and they the fake whatever.
Oh, with Holomanala Louie. He was lined up as a guard.
No. Remember this year when the Colts decided to put their entire team?
Oh yeah. All right, Green Bay activated tight end Andrew Corliss from injured reserve return. Placed wide receiver Ty Montgomery on injured reserve.
Corliss is a good player. He's going to help him out.
Falcons reach an injury settlement with guard John Asamoah.
No.
All right, Tuesday the 22nd. Redskins signed tight end Marcel Jensen from Buffalo's practice squad.
No.
Titans placed defensive tackle Mike Martin on injured reserve.
No.
Signed quarterback Alex Tanney from Indianapolis' practice squad.
No.
Jets signed wide receiver Joe Anderson to the practice squad.
No.
Patriots placed linebacker Eric Martin on injured reserve. Released defensive lineman Ishmaeli Kitchen. Signed running back Steven Jackson. We talked about that. You awake?
Yes.
All right, what did I just say?
Signed free agent Steven Jackson. We already talked about that before.
All right.
I'm listening.
Vikings signed linebacker Alex Singleton to the practice squad.
No.
Dolphins placed linebackers Koa Missy and Chris McCain on injured reserve.
No.
Not even done yet with the sentence. Re-signed linebacker James Michael Johnson and offensive lineman Jock McClendon. Signed guard Shelley Smith.
No.
Texans placed quarterback TJ Yates on injured reserve. Signed quarterback BJ Daniels from the practice squad.
BJ Daniels, South Florida. Good player, not a good quarterback.
Green Bay. How's that possible? He's a good player but not a good quarterback?
Correct.
What else did he play?
Well, he's an athlete.
So, good athlete, horrible quarterback. It's like Tebow.
No, Tebow is just terrible.
Okay. Green Bay placed long snapper Brett Good on injured reserve. Signed long snapper Rick Lovato. Not to be confused with Justin Lovato. That woke you up. Cleveland placed offensive lineman John Greco on injured reserve. Re-signed wide receiver Darius Jennings.
No.
Bears waived running back Antoine Smith. Terminated the practice squad contract defensive lineman Toby Johnson. Signed defensive tackle DeAnthony Smith from the practice squad and cornerback Devontae Bosby and defensive lineman Devon Coleman to the practice squad.
No.
Bills, place linebacker Randall Johnson and wide receiver Robert Woods on injured reserve, and tackle Santrell Henderson on the reserve non-football illness list. Release wide receiver Marcus Thigpen. Sign wide receivers Desmond Lewis, Walter Powell, and Greg Solis, and defensive end Jarrell Worthy. Sign tight end Jacob Maxwell and quarterback Zach Dicer to the practice squad.
No.
Ravens, place tight end Crockett Gilmore on injured reserve. Place linebacker Brennan Byer on the practice squad injured list. Sign linebacker Chris Carter. Sign defensive end Nordley Cappy to the practice squad.
No.
Cardinals, place safety Tyrann Mathieu on injured reserve.
Tyron Honey Badger.
Yeah, re-sign safety Chris
Pro Bowler.
They re-signed safety Chris Clemens, by the way.
Okay.
Is that anything for you?
No.
Does it get your Tillies in a willy?
No.
All right. Wednesday, today. The Titans release wide receiver Rico Richardson and quarterback Mike Kafka from the practice squad. Sign wide receiver Gavin Lutman and quarterback Bryn Renner to the practice squad.
No.
Tampa Bay, sign wide receiver Evan Spencer from the practice squad and wide receiver Andre Davis to the practice squad.
No.
Seahawks, release defensive tackle Justin Hamilton from the practice squad. Sign wide receivers Deshaun Fox and Antoine Goodley to the practice squad.
Deshaun Fox, University of Connecticut.
Chargers, place running back Melvin Gordon on injured reserve. Sign running back Dramius Smith from the practice squad and punter Casey Redfern to the practice squad.
Melvin Gordon, first round pick out of Wisconsin.
Raiders, place defensive end Mario Edwards Jr. on injured reserve.
We talked about that.
We did. Sign linebacker John Latula-Lelly from the practice squad. Talked about him. Giants, place fullback Nikita Whitlock on injured reserve. Re-sign safety Brandon Merriweather.
Oh, the party starter.
Dolphins, resign running back Shawan Edwards to the practice squad.
No.
Colts, sign linebacker Edwin Jackson to the practice squad.
No.
Texans, place linebacker Tony Washington Jr. on the practice squad injured list. Sign linebacker Jordan DeWalt Ondinjo to the practice squad.
No.
Broncos, place safety David Bruton on injured reserve. Sign defensive back Sean Prater.
No.
Cowboys, sign linebacker Derek Akun and cornerback Buddy Jackson to the practice squad.
No.
Browns, place wide receiver Andrew Hawkins on injured reserve. Sign linebacker Jason DeMonchi from the practice squad and offensive lineman Connor Bofelli to the practice squad.
No.
Bills, sign safety Jonathan Dowling to the practice squad.
No.
Falcons, sign guard Colin Rodrick to the practice squad.
No.
All right, we're done with that, but before we go into the scores, you sexy bastard, I believe it was somebody emailed me and had a fantasy football question for you.
Was it CHCH?
No, it was not. I think it was Steve Goldman.
I got an email from CHCH.
All right, so why don't you read that? Did you already respond to him?
I have not.
Oh, so let's read it, and we'll also do Steve Goldman's fucking email. Steve Goldman's a sexy fucker.
With Odell Beckham Jr. getting his bitch ass suspended, I'm down a wide receiver. Do I play LaFell? No, absolutely not. He's terrible. Or I can try to pick up someone else. Or I can try to pick someone else up. Or I can play two tight end with Austin, Safari, and Jenkins, and Witten. Play the two tight ends. If it's one of the two, play Jason Witten.
All right, here's Steve Goldman's question. Who should I start for my fantasy quarterback? Carson Palmer, his team has already clinched a playoff spot.
Yep.
Or Derek Carr, his team is out of it, so he has nothing to lose. He wrote loose, not lose.
Oakland's playing San Diego, right?
I have no idea. Probably.
I think it's a tough one.
Probably Palmer, right? Are they just going to run? Are they just going to run with that fucker?
No. They're still playing Green Bay.
Who Palmer is? Well, they have nothing to play for. They're the number 2 seed anyway.
Well,
right?
they still have something to play for because
when he's loving attention.
Yeah.
Well, you're fucking. What do you call it? You're fucking sticking up for it. Yeah, when he's loving attention.
Play Palmer.
Palmer, he says. All right, Steve Goldman, you sexy bastard. Now let's go into the standings, okay? Are you ready for this? Yeah, you know you are. All right, here's the deal. McLovein went 12-4 last week. You think that's pretty good, right? Well, I fucking went 13-3, you fucking bastard. So I gained another game on you. Goldman, you're 11-5. But before we go into that, we go into the Peon division first, right? Is that what we normally do?
Yeah.
All right, well, CV Gunn also went 13-3. Great job, CV Gunn. You beat McLovein. You get a fucking another restaurant card. So email me, you know the drill, andyvhb@aol.com. James LeBlanc went 10-6 and lost 3 games. He was only a game behind the CV Gun. And then yes to anything that is cool, awesome, 111-5. So here's the updated Peon Division standings. CV Gunn 103-64 and in first place. James LeBlanc 99-68 and in second place, 4 games out. And yes to anything that is cool, awesome, 98-69. Only a game behind second, but 5 out of first. For our division, Pat McLovein 111-72. He thinks he's sexy, but I'm coming right up with 2 weeks left. There's 5 games behind. It's possible. It's not likely, but possible.
It is possible.
I am 106-77, 5 games out, and then Steve Goldman is eliminated by 1,000,000%. 96-87, 15 games out. But the interesting thing is this. CV Gunn, you have the best winning percentage out of anybody. Actually, maybe not. Do this. Do this on your calculator real quick.
Didn't we ever figure out CV Gunn has...
Well, no, we have, but I'm looking at James LeBlanc's, and well, he would be worse, wouldn't it? Yeah, sure it would. Never mind.
Yeah.
Forget I even said it.
Yeah.
All right, so CV Gunn, you have 62% success rate. McLoveин's at 61%, even though he has more wins. And I'm right behind you guys at 58%, so I'm doing pretty damn good myself. But that's the fucking updated standing, so here we go. Now, in the bet that Ian McLovein had for $30, it was a push. The Steelers won by 7. Oh, that's not good. Can you grab that? Don't put it on the camera, though. People can't see that. It's going to be a fucking secret. All right? For another video. Okay, thanks. Ha! All right, here we go. You ready? Let's fucking go into the fucking deal. All right.
You're going to do spreads first?
Thursday, yeah. Thursday, we're just going to go in. I'll tell you the spread. Let's just go to the picks. We haven't even kept track of the spreads. I've been fucking...
I've been right around 53%.
53%, all right. Chargers, Raiders. Chargers are 4-10 against Oakland at home, who's 6-8. Oakland is favored by 6. You fuck. What do you got? Or the spread. Yeah, let's do the spread.
Let's just do the picks.
Let's just do the spreads. No, just tell me who you're picking with the spread.
6.5.
No, it's 6. Oakland's favored by 6.
San Diego plus the points.
All right, Redskins 7-7 against the Eagles 6-8 on Saturday night. I will be watching this game. Eagles at home are favored by 3.
Washington plus the points.
Patriots on Sunday. Patriots 12-2 at the New York Jets 9-5. Pats are favored by 3 on the road.
Pats.
Texans 7-7 against the Titans at home 3-11. No line.
Texans versus the Titans.
Yeah.
Texans.
Browns 3-11 against the Chiefs 9-5 at home. Chiefs are favored by 13.
Chiefs.
Colts 6-8. Chiefs minus 13.
Yes.
Colts 6-8 against the Dolphins at home 5-9. Miami's favored at home by a point.
Colts.
49ers 4-10 against the Lions 5-9. Lions are at home. Lions are favored by 10.5 at home.
Lions.
Cowboys 4-10 against the Bills 6-8 at home. Bills are favored by 7.
Bills minus 7.
Bears 5-9 against the Buccaneers 6-8. Buccaneers are at home and they're favored by 3.
Bears plus 3.
Now
They got some doozies this week.
Well, here's a doozy. You ready for this? Panthers 14-0 against the Falcons, who are at home at 7-7. But this is the line. Carolina's only favored by 7.5 on the road.
Atlanta fucking sucks. Carolina minus the points.
All right, Steelers 9-5 against the Ravens at home, who are 4-10. Pittsburgh on the road is favored by 11.5.
Pittsburgh minus 11.5.
Okay, Jaguars 5-9 against the Saints at home, 5-9. There is no line.
Saints.
Rams 6-8 against the Seahawks at home, 9-5. Seahawks are favored by 14.5.
Seahawks.
All right, Packers.
Minus 14.5.
Packers 10-4 against the Cardinals, 12-2 at home. Good game. Arizona at home is only favored by 4.5.
Green Bay plus the points.
Giants 6-8 against the Vikings at home, 9-5. Vikings are only favored by 5.5 at home.
Giants plus 5.5.
Bengals on Monday night 11-3 against the Broncos at home, 10-4. Denver's favored by 3 at home.
Cincinnati plus the points.
All right, let's go to the picks. Sexy Chargers, Raiders. Who do you got?
Raiders.
Okay, I'm taking San Diego. That's one game we differ on. Redskins, Eagles.
Redskins.
Taking Philadelphia.
Okay.
2 games we differ on. Patriots, Jets.
Pats.
Okay. Texans, Titans.
Texans.
Especially Mariota's out for the year. Browns, Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Okay, that's an easy one. Colts, Dolphins.
Colts.
I'll go with Miami. All right, it's 3 games. You're fucking getting an erection. 49ers, Lions, what do you got?
Lions.
Yeah, I'm going to take Detroit also. All right, Cowboys, Bills.
Bills.
Yep, Dallas is horrible. And they got that other rookie starting the rest of the year now. Bears, Buccaneers.
Bears.
Taking Tampa Bay. It's 4 games. If I sweep you, we're tied, you fuck. Panthers, Falcons.
Panthers.
Taking Atlanta in the upset.
No shit.
Yep.
That's not happening.
I know. Steelers, Ravens. But if it did, what if it did? Steelers, Ravens.
Steelers.
That's easy. I can't believe the line's only 11.5. Pittsburgh's going to mutilate them.
Well, because you throw in an extra 3 points for home field.
So then it's even worse.
Yeah, it'd be 14.
Oh, 14. Okay.
Yeah.
Jaguars, Saints. Who do you got?
Saints.
Now, here's the thing. If Drew Brees plays, I take the Saints. But if he doesn't...
Well, you got to make a decision.
I know I have to make a decision. But I can't make a decision today. If only I had time to think about it.
At this point in time, I would understand you'd understand to say that. Now, if Drew Brees doesn't do his job by the end of the presentation, you should say no.
All right, Rams, Seahawks. Who do you do?
Seahawks.
All right, and then we got Packers, Cardinals.
Cardinals.
Okay, so do I. Giants, Vikings. Safety.
What?
No, just Giants, Vikings.
Vikings.
All right, and especially with Odell Beckham not playing, that's a big loss for them. Bengals, Broncos.
Bengals.
All righty, so we have 5 games that we differ on. It is Oakland, San Diego, Washington, Philadelphia, Indianapolis, Miami.
Any ones that you feel strongly about?
Chicago, Tampa Bay, and Carolina, Atlanta. Do I feel strongly about any of these? Not really.
Okay.
But you owe me 60 still.
I do.
So I'm going to bet... Ooh, I don't even want to bet on these, man. I mean, I've been nice and I've just fucking kept going for 3 weeks here with you. But... I'm going to bet $15
Okay.
on Oakland, San Diego, straight up. I'm picking San Diego, you're picking Oakland. I bet you $15.
Okay.
All right, so if I win, you owe me 75. If I lose, you owe me 45.
Correct.
All right, here we go. It's been official. Straight up. All right, guys, this is week 16. Merry Christmas, happy Hanukkah, happy Kwanzaa, happy Festivus. And here's the deal from Winnie.
Festivus for the rest of us.
Winnie... for Winnie, for fucking McLovein, for me, for Winnie the dog. She's saying, "Hi, I'm a doggy, Patrick. Play with me." Nobody plays with me. They just put me on camera and exploit me. Okay? Please look at me. I'm a doggy. Look, I'm a human. I'm really a human. See me? Tail's wagging and everything.
I gotta go.
All right, hold on. Just wait a minute. She wants to play with you. All right, so here's the thing. Tomorrow there will be a guest scratcher on Scratch Ticket Thursday, Christmas Eve edition.
Who's that?
You'll see when you watch the video.
I'm not gonna watch it.
You watch? Why not? Why? It takes 3 minutes to look who it is. 3 seconds. You don't have to watch the whole thing.
Is it someone that we know?
Yep.
Is it Big Shot?
Who the hell's that?
A Big Shot. Is he a Big Shot?
Yeah.
Is it a broad?
No. I wish.
What are the initials? Now I won't say it.
JL.
Okay.
He's going to pick the tickets up. He's going to pick the tickets up because he says he's been doing really well lately, he says.
Yeah, we all have.
All right, for everybody, for Winnie, say woof to everybody. Give me a paw. Give me a paw on the camera. Paw. No, you got to give me a paw. You got to give me a watch. Give me a paw. Paw. There
Yay.
you go. All right, we'll see you guys.
See ya.
Bye.